Hi everyone, welcome back to the London Football Show. It's time for another episode. We'll start off with Roehampton, latest Manchester United games. Obviously, the most notable one being the 2-2 draw with Liverpool yesterday. So, your thoughts on Man United, how they've performed recently?
Um, Below average. I want to say it's poor because it's more than what I expected. And I think if you asked me maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I would have been worried for these games. I think we're lucky to get away with a draw against Liverpool. I'd say unlucky against Chelsea, but I think, we were both watching the game, Sion. I said for most parts of the game, Chelsea deserved to win that game. It was their own doing that led us back into the game. Yeah, I think overall, yeah. I mean, for me, at the end of the day, top four is gone for me, or at least Champions League qualification is gone. I think Tottenham have secured it. I think with the coefficient rankings, Villa have got it. I think it's very hard for me to see Villa bottle a 11-point lead with less than 8 games to go. Plus, we've got Arsenal to play as well, so it's not looking favourable. Um, Yeah, fans are frustrated, rightly so. I don't blame them. But again, I can't blame it all on Ten Hag. If you look at the Chelsea game, it's the players' mentality. Their heads dropped, they lost it. I mean, is there's you can't. I mean, I'm not saying it's fully on Ten Hag, but the players need to take accountability. One, Dele giving away the penalty on at the edge of the box, right into stoppage time, and then we give away corner, Palmer free on the edge of the box, slots it away for free. Chelsea well deserved to win at the end. Same again with Liverpool into the last 10 minutes. Wan-Bissaka, I know it's harsh and I am going to make him a scapegoat in this podcast, but again, reckless foul, gives away another penalty. Even though I don't think we deserve to win that game, I would have been shameless to said 3 points is 3 points and walked away a bit more content than the 2-2 because ultimately we walk away with a point, but our rivals Arsenal walk away top of the table.
Yeah, no, you know the thing about the Liverpool game. I thought Liverpool had more chances in this game than they did in the 7-0. Last season they were unbelievably clinical. Like they buried pretty much everything that fell at their feet. Outperformed their XG by like 3-4 goals. Liverpool, to me, they should have been 5-0 up by half time. And I see Klopp fuming on the sidelines because he knows obviously when you go to places like Old Trafford, you're never safe at 1-0. Like it just takes one moment. United, they've got quality players that can produce a moment just like that, even if you're not playing well. But Liverpool, yeah, I do think Liverpool they bottled that game. And I don't know if they're feeling the pressure, obviously in the title race with Arsenal and Man City, but they did. That's a bad stumble yesterday. Like I thought when I saw 20 minutes into the game, I was like, nah, there's no way Liverpool aren't winning this. Especially when they went 1-0 up. I was scared for United. It could have been all one of Ollie's last home games. It was giving me those vibes. Was the 5-0 Salah hat trick at Old Trafford. That's the sort of vibe it was giving me. But yeah, United somehow stayed in the game by hook or crook, and yeah, you nearly won it. But yeah, obviously Wan-Bissaka, as you said, very clumsy. There was no need for him to even slide tackle. Was it Harvey Elliott? Wasn't even really in a goal scoring position. So yeah, there was no need. But Liverpool, it might prove to be a valuable point at the end of the day as well. If they win the league by a point, that will be the point that probably wins it for them with how late the goal was, 83rd minute or something like that. Literally on the brink of defeat, and they managed to salvage the draw. So yeah, it might be a crucial point come the end of the season, but we'll wait and see. James?
Yeah, I'm glad you sort of said that at the end about the point and how crucial it could be because I don't think Liverpool bottled it. I think that's quite strong. I think yeah, they had chances and they should have been further ahead by half time. But you've got to remember in the bigger picture, you're going to your biggest rivals, more or less. You're playing at Old Trafford. Man United are as inconsistent as anything, you know. And you don't take your chances, take your chances. The key was getting that point. I think the point is the biggest thing. I think Klopp will be secretly happy that that game's done now. Yeah, he's got a couple of tough games coming up. Tottenham have a big say in the title race. They play each of the top three teams. You've still got a Merseyside derby coming up. Man United, have they left it too late to catch Tottenham and Villa? Possibly. But what would sixth place get you? They're probably going to cement the sixth place, I think, because like West Ham are seventh, but they could end up, as far down as 11th or 12th by the end of the season. It's quite close. Results are there, but I just felt yet again, you're sort of, if you're a Man United fan, you're struggling because you don't want City to win the title. You certainly don't want Liverpool to win the title. And we all know where a high percentage of Man United fans live. So you don't want Arsenal to win the title. So you're sort of like, what do you want? You're better off, scrapping for a point and, keeping your manager in position because he's hanging on. He's hanging on. And Sanford mentioned the Chelsea game. Well, you could have just played on and you could have stopped the watch at any time really, and it could have been a draw or Man United win or a Chelsea win. It was just one of those games where it was never ending, end to end. You credit Chelsea in the end, but I'm sure we'll talk about Chelsea later. But I don't know. Man United, I think a point's good for them. Their running is okay. Can they get up as far as Tottenham and Villa? I don't know. And then will they keep sixth place if they don't? I think they will because I think there's too many games going on that are beneath them, like with West Ham, Wolves, Newcastle, Brighton. They all take points off of each other and they're all playing like, you look. I was looking at the running for the top three teams. Man City have still got to go to Brighton. Wolves have got to play at least two, if not three of them. And it's going to be some interesting results over the next sort of couple of weeks. But I do think it will not go down to the last game of the season. The title, it won't go down to the last game of the season. So I think it will be either Liverpool or City, but it won't go to the last game of the season. It'll be done and dusted before the last game.
Nah, comment section, yeah, comment section. Those watching this video, is James disrespecting Arsenal? Comments below, yeah, because obviously I know was it a couple episodes ago? Was it the last?
I've been very.
Was it the last
honest.
episode where James said, "Oh yeah, Arsenal they won't," and look, they 4
They're not in
points
the
off
title
City,
race.
4 points off Liverpool.
Arsenal are not in
Best
the title
defense
race.
in Europe, Arsenal, or the Premier League most certainly. Like I know their defensive record is unbelievable.
So
The
out the
14 clean
freeze,
sheets,
Sion,
yeah,
who do you honestly want to win it?
want to win it. Oh, I want Man City to win it. I want Man City to win it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
So
me, Man City. Man City, obviously, like if they win it, no one's gonna message you. It's peaceful, man. When Man City won the treble, not one message on my phone. It was like a normal Saturday evening. It was wonderful, man. So obviously, I know Razamfan being United fan, obviously, it's not ideal for him. United are three-peated, but for me personally, Man City winning it, I'm good, man. Obviously, Liverpool win it, I'll still get a few messages. Arsenal win it, it's over. My summer's over. So yeah, Man City, please. And I know Man City have the easiest running on paper. I've seen their running, and it's obviously it's on paper. The games haven't been played yet, but
like I said
Arsenal have the
earlier on,
toughest. Arsenal have the toughest running.
but you say that they've got to go to Tottenham, Man City.
Yeah. They still have. Yeah, Tottenham have to play all three, as you said.
That's
They
just
still
I
have to
think
host Arsenal as well.
Tottenham hold the key. I think.
Yeah,
And
Tottenham,
I
North
think
London derby. That's the one. They must win that. I need them to, hopefully. But yeah, sticking with you, James. West Ham. Late win at Molineux. I saw the Wolves disallowed goal. I think did Moyes even say like where Wolves got robbed or something like that? Apparently Moyes
no,
did he admit it or something like that?
Gary O'Neill, former player of West Ham, really good chap, really good manager, good coach. He was saying that David Moyes and Fabianski agrees with him and all that.
That's what
And
I heard.
I think at the end of the day, it's one of those that if it goes against you, you're going to be not happy because there's no way Fabianski was getting to the header. There's no way he was getting to the goal. But the law is what states that the player was standing in front of him in an offside position. You can't change the law during the game. Just because, you can't have a law and a rule and then look at it and think, well, Fabianski won't going to get it, so let's just change the rule and they can have the goal. You can't do that. But that's where VAR comes in. You know, a lot of fans, West Ham fans, saying it's about time. You know, we've had no decisions for ages. We've had VAR go against us, and all of that. And it's like, well, yeah, but at the end of the day, they need to sort out the VAR. That's for another issue. They need to come up with just a 3 or 5 point plan of what VAR is used for, and that is it, because it is used, I thought, primarily for a clear and obvious mistake. Not your thing. Your toenail is offside. Or your top shoulder is what. It's a clear and obvious mistake by the referee. So they need to sort that out. But in terms of West Ham, very good 3 points, a good draw against Tottenham. It wasn't the best of games against Tottenham at the London Stadium. I think Tottenham scored really early. They could have gone on, but they didn't. We then got an equaliser through Kurt Zuma. And then the second half, Ange made a couple of changes that I thought were a bit interesting. He took Maddison off, and I thought Maddison was controlling the game for them, so it helped us. But we took the point and then go to Wolves and get a good 3 points. We're still sitting seventh in the table. I don't know how many points behind Man United, but I think it's quite a few now. But it's pretty close between 7th and 11th in terms of there's only about 2 to 3 points between 3 or 4 teams. So you've got to keep winning. We got a big European night on Thursday away from home, first leg against a team that are unbeaten all season. So if we can stay in the tie at the end of it, I'll be happy. And then Fulham at the weekend. But in terms of the Wolves game and VAR, well, I could say it's unlucky on Wolves, but then you think back to early on in the season, how many terrible decisions they had go against them for VAR. It's a shame, but as a West Ham fan, you go there, you take the 3 points, you come home. Simple as.
I thought you were gonna mention for me, like I remember the West Ham one earlier this season, Bowen, the penalty at Sheffield United, the final whistle gets blown. To me, that was a disgrace as well.
Yeah, but
There's been loads.
I'm not. Listen,
Yeah, there's been
listen,
loads.
At the end of the day, I could sit here and go on about a load of decisions.
Yeah.
That have not gone for West Ham, not just at Sheffield United, but other places.
Yeah, that's just the one that I remember.
Where we've been completely robbed and not given anything, or poor decisions being made. And that's where the sort of we've talked about it in previous podcasts. You're sort of on edge all the time. You can't celebrate a goal. You can't. You imagine VAR interfering if it does go to the last game of the season in the Premier League title.
Ooh.
Can you imagine Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City scoring a winning goal that they think has given them the title on goal difference or an extra point, and they go to VAR and they spend 6 minutes deciding on the title of the Premier League? Now tell me where that is going to be brilliant for us. Be brilliant for us.
If your team's not in it, yeah.
But you wouldn't want to be a fan, would you?
Nah.
And then what you get? What you get a week later from the referee? Place and VAR. Oh, sorry, we got it wrong. Well, that's not going to give you the title.
No, you know what? And you know what? Yeah, VAR. I feel they won't obviously say it, but the deep down, this Premier League, they need Liverpool to win this. If Liverpool lose this league title by 1 point, you're looking at the goal at Spurs, Luis Diaz.
It's going to be the goal at Spurs. I think that's going to be the
goal at Spurs.
deciding one.
Like Odegaard handball against them at Anfield. Doku.
Yeah, but the Tottenham goal. Or the goal at Tottenham.
Actually,
do you know why that's the main one? Why that is the main one is that the referee association came out and apologised for their mistake.
Yeah,
it very rarely happens. I think there's been maybe 2, maybe 3 others where they've come out and said we got it wrong, we apologise, and the referee who was on VAR had 2 weeks off in the sunshine. Do you know what I mean? But you ain't getting the points back. You're not getting the points back. So if Liverpool lose the title by 1 point, they've got a letter of apology. They've got a letter of apology that says, "Oh, it should have been a goal or whatever." How do you stand on that?
Because as you said, to add to that, like with that mistake, obviously we've got the others, but that mistake is like facts. There's no subjectivity. It's like the sky is blue, grass is green. Like he's miles on side. He's not even in line. He's miles on side. His whole body's in line.
Who was the team that was at Villa Park that had a goal disallowed? Or
that was Sheffield United. That was in the COVID lockdown. Yeah,
the technology didn't work.
Yeah, like that's bad. Like the Diaz thing, there's no subjectivity. It's no if buts or maybes. His whole body, when VAR to draw the lines and it's onside but it's tight, his whole body was behind the line comfortably, five
Yeah, but
yards
this
I
is
don't
onside.
think that's the issue. The issue is the miscommunication. The fact
yes,
Yes,
is,
yeah.
VAR got it
that's
They should
right.
have stopped the
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
There was
It's
a
true.
bloke in the shed that said, "Oh, we've got it right. The decision was given as whatever on offside or whatever or onside,"
No, they
and they
gave
went,
the
"Oh,
goal, but then
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah. So
wasn't
yeah, it's
translated
true. Yeah,
properly to the
yeah,
referees on the pitch, which is I think is horrendous. But
the
I think
person,
they
the
should have
person,
stopped
whoever
the
was
game."
forget is
responsible. Yeah, go on.
that it's a 38 game season. Like I know that was a while ago, but that is still within the season. But people might brush it off until we brought it up now. I think we're only
Yeah,
Whoever,
bringing it up
whoever's
now
fault it
because of the
was,
fact that Liverpool are now second on goal difference with Arsenal.
mm.
whoever's fault it was, yeah, whoever's fault it was to miscommunicate, they should be sacked. They should be sacked, and like not, oh yeah, like he's not on VAR duties. He should be sacked, and that's it.
Yeah,
He's
but
done. His football. His football
that's the
is
problem. That's
done.
the problem with VAR. VAR are now so involved in every single game. You spoke about it just a second ago about how they put the lines on. Is it offside? Is it not? And all that. Yeah, we've got linesmen, and I still call them linesmen, it's not ref assistants. They're a linesman who will not put their flag up because they know they've got the safety net of VAR. And
Yeah.
you make your decision or you don't. Players could get injured if the play continues, and someone could get injured. Or you make that decision, you put your flag up, and you stick with it. If it's clearly onside or offside, then fine. But we ain't getting lines out, rulers out, and all that. The linesman should make the decision. What's the
Yeah.
point of everyone? What's the point of everyone? You might as well not have a linesman. You might
Hmm.
as well. I reckon you could get away with not having a linesman run the line in the football if you've got VAR. Because
Oh yeah,
what
yeah,
are they doing?
absolutely. Because they're gonna check the
What are they
goal
doing?
anyway. They're gonna check it anyways. Yeah.
They check
Hmm.
yeah, but even if it goes off, who did it come off of? Go to VAR. Oh, sorry, it's a Chelsea throw. What's the point of a linesman? They're too scared of putting the flag up.
Mm.
Or they do the complete opposite, which we had on Tuesday night against Tottenham with West Ham a couple of times in the first half. They put the flag up too soon, and they don't let the play continue. Well, make up your mind. You can't do it, but either way, you
Mm.
know. And you're taking out that consistency of a linesman now. So they're thinking, oh no, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Don't worry, let it go. And then it comes to nothing, and then they come back and put their flag up. But why didn't you put it up in the first place?
Yeah. Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you're only going to use VAR if you're unsure. Now, to be unsure, you let the play go, and then if there's a goal at it, it's checked. The thing that frustrates me, and this is what they've got to do something about, is when the player is allowed to go through, the linesman doesn't put his flag up, play continues, he's put through, the keeper makes the save, and it goes off for a corner. Right?
Hmm.
Now it's a corner. Do they check if the player was offside or not? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah. Yeah.
score from the
Absolutely.
resulting corner. They score from the resulting corner. But had it had been a goal, the player was offside that led to that corner being given. They won't go
Yeah.
back to it.
Yeah. That annoys me as well.
Where is
Yeah.
that fair? How's that fair? Just because there was no goal at the end and it's a corner, I've sat in the games at London Stadium for the last few seasons, and I've said it in commentary. Well, that's offside. But now they've got a corner here, so if they score from this corner, it shouldn't have even been a corner because he was offside. But the linesman didn't put the flag up because he was unsure. But because they didn't score, they didn't check the offside.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
So all the time, you're going to say to your striker, "Just go, just go, just go."
Yeah.
Because if we get a corner, we've still got another chance to score. Worst case scenario, you scored a goal and it gets disallowed because you're offside. Best case scenario, you've won your team a corner even though you're offside, and we've scored from the resulting corner. They need to sort it out.
Yeah. No, I agree. Um, Chelsea, obviously, second consecutive weekend, we dropped points to someone in the relegation zone. Like the Man United win, it papered over the cracks, obviously, because Man
You've
United,
been
the same
papered
way
over
we,
the cracks for the whole season.
no, no, like the way we let like them back into the game initially. I thought United at 3-2 up. I thought it was over. I was even telling Razamford, like, this is it. I don't see how I'm seeing the clock tick into the 90th, 91st. minute, 92nd minute, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. Just end the game now. We've bottled a 2-0 lead. But yeah, United basically gifted us back what we originally gave them. And obviously, luck at the end, Cole Palmer, the deflection, and even the low penalty. I wasn't convinced either of our penalties were actual penalties, to be honest. They were both dubious to me. Um, but yeah, we got away with it. But then we've gone and thrown it away against Sheffield United now. The United victory means nothing. It means nothing now because the only way it means anything is if you go and beat the worst team in the league, and we couldn't even do that. So the United win is void as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, we don't deserve European football this season. I
Well,
know.
that's my question. That's my question. Do you think you're strong enough to finish seventh and get a European position?
I think yeah, I think we are. I think we could get seventh, which will be Conference League. Which, to be fair, obviously I know a lot of our fans that are like, oh no, I don't want Conference League because of what like we're used to from the past. But me, I say beggars can't be choosers. If you put the Conference League or no Europe, I'll take the Conference
If
League.
there's a Chelsea fan, if there's a Chelsea fan saying they don't want the conference, European
It's spoiled.
conference,
I think it's just spoiled.
then you're naive. You're naive
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
having any form of European football will help your team get the signings
Yeah,
and
I
get
agree.
back to where you want to be. You can't go a season without European
Two.
football.
Yeah, two and two. It'll be two
Yeah,
seasons for
another.
us. Yeah. So
That's what I mean. That's
yeah.
what
So
I mean.
I
That's why
agree with
you
you.
need it. You need it. You need it to get back to being established and going on these European games, irrespective of what trophy it is.
Yeah.
You need to get back into it to re-establish Chelsea as a top four team in the Premier League. You're not
Yeah.
even top four in the Premier League now.
Not even top six. Yeah. Yeah. I
Not only
agree.
that, but
Agree,
with
yeah.
the
So
FFP regulations that Chelsea are facing, it'll help loosen them up a bit. They can justify it had they have European football.
yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. So, me personally, it's not ideal. I would have liked if we had beaten Sheffield United and then we win our game in hand. I think we would have been level with Man United, level with Man United, which I a couple of weeks ago I thought Man United they were gone from us, but they've obviously
Well, hang on, is
been
that true?
inconsistent as well. Yeah, no, no, no. I'm saying no. I'm
Yeah,
saying
Chelsea
had we
have, I
beaten,
think they
yeah,
believe they
had we
should have
beaten
two
Sheffield
games in hand.
United, had we beaten Sheffield United after Man United's draw, we would have been 3 points behind Man United now, and with a game in hand. We still have a game in hand. We played a game less than Man United, and have we
No,
won
yeah,
our game
I'm
in
not
hand?
disputing it. I'm not
Yeah,
disputing it. I'm just didn't
it's on.
realise you were
Yeah,
Chelsea will be two
we
points
yeah
behind us if had they
yeah yeah
won.
we bottled it. The Sheffield
Yeah,
United
it's
that late
true.
equalizer has put us back to I think is it 44 points.
4 points.
We could have been on 46, and then we have a game in hand on Man United, and they're on 49 points.
It's
United,
like
so.
it's like it's like what I said. It's very very close down here in that
Yeah,
middle of the
but
table.
as I would say as bad as Man United have been to an extent, I think they've been better than us, to be honest. I do. Um so I think they deserve sixth more than us, maybe. I mean, it's arguable. I know some United fans that have said the opposite, like they don't deserve sixth either, but we bottled it. I'm sorry, you can't draw to Burnley at home, leading twice with Burnley 10 men, no manager. Did Company get sent off or he wasn't there?
Yes,
And
yes.
then they got a red card in the first half, and we bottled that as well. And then Sheffield leading twice, bottled it the week after, the two worst teams in the league, and we took 2 points from six. So we don't deserve Europa League though on based off those 2 weeks alone, let alone the other defeats we've had earlier on in the season. So yeah, Chelsea is almost like one step back, one step forward, two, 3 steps back. You're not gonna go anywhere with that sort of record. So
Mm.
yeah, that's pretty much all on us. Um, just to like sort of finish off with, or if anyone has anything else after, we talked about the title race already, and obviously European football's returning. Anyone's thoughts changed on who's gonna win any of these trophies? Mainly the Prem and obviously the European competitions, Europa League, Champions League.
No, no, I think it's. I think the only. I think nothing's changed for me. Liverpool or Man City for the title. I think either one of them could win their respective European trophies that they're going for as well. Um, don't get me wrong, I'd like Arsenal to do well and do something, but I also think the big interest at the moment is you look at Everton have just had 2 points again deducted.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
bottom of
yes.
the table now is pretty close. Could Luton do it? Could Luton survive now? They picked up a terrific win against Bournemouth at the weekend. They're still in with a chance, but I can't get my head around uh, this money situation, the points deduction, and all that. I don't quite get how you can have points deducted during a season, and and all that. It's like when they said, like, Luton could survive and then a week later go down because someone's won an appeal and got their points back.
Yeah, it's a
I
mess.
just
The
think you either
integrity,
do
the
it,
integrity of the
you
league,
do
man,
it,
is integrity.
you do it at the end of the season. You do it at the end of the season, and you have a cut-off point. So the season finishes. That's how it is. But there's a week or two to sort out any misdemeanors or anything like that or whatever. You know. And I just think that, like, there's other clubs that are doing it. Chelsea, Man City. I think there'll be more clubs coming out of this that will have to. But this is all. It's making it interesting. That's what I like about the bottom. I like Luton. If there was a team I wanted to survive, it'd be Luton.
Oh, I
At
agree,
the
100%. Yeah,
at the expense of Nottingham Forest or Everton, possibly. That it wouldn't bother me if Forest or Everton went down. I think deserve to go.
exactly my mindset as well. Yeah,
Everton deserve to go down because they've been hanging on for about 5 or 6 years now.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah. It's
need to
that
go
theme,
down
man.
to restart. If you know what I mean, they need to. And then you look at the Championship. That's getting tight. Who's coming up? But I just think we're at a stage now with only a few weeks left. It's going to open up now, and I just hope, like we said earlier on, that VAR don't cost something.
Oh,
Interesting fact though, with the FA Cup semi-finals coming up, Coventry are playing who in the semi-final?
Man
No,
United,
Man United, isn't it? And then it's what, City and
Chelsea.
us, yeah.
Chelsea, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting fact you might want to know: the FA Cup is played on a Saturday. I don't know what date it is in May. If Coventry get to the final and they beat Man United, no offence for Southampton, Coventry will play in the FA Cup final on the Saturday. They could potentially play the next day on the Sunday in the playoff final. What are they going to do about that? Can you
Wow.
imagine that?
Wait, what?
Because
Wait, what day? Because what is
so
the
the
FA Cup
playoff
final
final,
not in June this year? Is it not in June, the FA Cup? Have they not
No, it
moved it?
can't be.
no, it's in May.
Can't
It's
be.
in
Oh,
May,
it's
I
in May.
think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
End of May, I think.
Wow.
But I've heard the Championship playoff is the Sunday, like the day after.
Well, they can't. They're not. Surely they're gonna have to move. They're gonna have to move that, isn't it, to like the week after? They
Well, they
can't.
can't, they can't, they can't do it. They can't make a decision because, all right, say if Coventry beat Man United and they're in the final, that's set, yeah. But you don't know if they're going to win the playoffs. So
Yeah, yeah.
you
True,
change it.
true.
It's similar to this ridiculous ruling of I'm waiting. We're playing Liverpool on a Saturday, and that could be changed if Arsenal get through to the semi-final of the Champions League,
Mm,
because the semi-finals played the week after, the Tuesday or Wednesday after the North London derby on the Sunday. So they want to switch the games around for TV reasons. Well, why
yeah,
don't they just switch it now? Why don't they say to people, we'll do it anyway, irrespective of whether Arsenal get to the semi-final or not? Because people got to travel. Liverpool
yeah.
fans are waiting
Booking
to buy
tickets
their
in
tickets for
advance and everything.
trains.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? They're being told it's on a Saturday. It could change to a Sunday like that. Well, why don't you just change it anyway? You know, and then there's no questions. It's ridiculous. Just waiting on results. But I thought that Coventry one was quite an interesting one.
yeah.
It'd
Just
be a
just
Man
for
United, it'd be a Man United, Man City final.
yeah, yeah.
I
No,
prefer Man
I
United
agree.
because
I don't see how we beat Man City, man. Nah,
I
look at
think
the
on,
look at
on
our
on
front.
that day, anything can happen. I'm just praying.
I know I normally end the recent podcast on a bit of controversy, like I did the last one with the Arsenal not in the title race. Here's another one just to end it for you. Okay. Could you imagine it with Santham? Chelsea win the FA Cup and they get a place in the Europa League. See, they'll be dancing in the street saying, we're back.
Wait,
Oh,
nah,
never,
nah,
never,
nah,
never
nah,
in doubt,
nah, nah.
never in
Do
doubt,
not
never
associate me
in
with that,
doubt.
man.
Chelsea are back. Chelsea are
Nah, nah.
back.
Do
You'll be
not
jumping
associate
up
me with
and
that.
down.
That's
Jumping
definitely
up
you're not
and
describing
down.
me. There's no way. That's
You
impossible.
know, you'll be saying you've had a wonderful season.
Listen,
You know,
I don't celebrate Europa League football. I don't celebrate. Go back in time. You
FA
will
Cup
never
winners,
find.
FA Cup winners, and a place in Europa
No,
League.
no.
You'll
I'll
be
celebrate the
jumping
FA
up and
Cup win.
down.
I'll celebrate
You'll
that
be
on the day.
jumping up
But
and down.
no. On the day, of course, I'll celebrate an FA Cup. But I will never celebrate a place in the Europa League. Never,
Me
never. No, it's
personally,
not possible.
unless we get Champions League qualification, I'm not celebrating FA Cup. For me, every game I watch, I'll support, but no
I'll celebrate
return.
the cup
Champions
itself.
League. Champions League could go down to the top five now, can't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Qualification.
Oh, it
but
could with the
I'm not
coefficient. Yeah.
banking on it. I think it'll be a miracle if we somehow salvage a
Even
report.
Villa, they have to overtake Villa. It's not just Spurs.
Yeah, but I think Man United have got the best chance to finish fifth because Tottenham play the top three, and Villa have got tough. So,
The thing is, United fans are stuck between a rock and a hard place because we're relying on our rivals to do the job,
And then
which
that
is
means
something I
that
never
means
want to
that
be.
they're boosting their title hopes as well, whilst
I'm,
helping you.
I'm, I'm banking on Man
you're
City,
11
Liverpool, and
points.
Arsenal all to beat Tottenham, and then we also have to produce results.
Yeah, you're 11 points behind Villa and Tottenham with a game in hand. That is probably a bit too much, actually, looking at it.
That's a lot,
Plus, we've
man.
got Arsenal to play and Brighton away.
Ooh.
It's not looking
Yeah,
favorable.
no, you'll be lucky to finish
I think if we
sixth.
somehow
They'll be
salvage
lucky
this,
to finish above sixth. Lucky to finish above sixth, anywhere above sixth or
I think we
fifth.
don't
Or
deserve
seventh.
it.
Yeah, sorry, seventh. Sixth. You're in sixth now. I think that's what you'll have.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think United will finish sixth.
And then FA Cup, we win it, I won't celebrate it. I'll be honest with you. It's a write-off season.
interesting. But I got my cousin coming over at the weekend from New York.
Oh, is it?
Coming to the West Ham Fulham game. My cousin Nick and his son, who's called Bobby Moore.
Nah,
Bobby
no
Moore.
way, no way.
Bobby
That's
Moore.
a joke. That's
That's
a
not a
joke.
joke. That's
What?
not a joke.
Oh wow.
His full name on the birth certificate is Bobby Moore Datson. How nice is that to end? And he's going to be sat with me on Sunday against Fulham at the London Stadium. Bobby Moore,
Oh wow.
unbelievable.
That's a good story now. Okay, fair
Mm.
enough. But on that note, everyone, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you all again soon.